Hey everyone, this is Jordan Hubbard. I'm the marketing coordinator for the Sellin team, and I'm sitting here with Sarah.
I'm Sarah Wathen. I am one of the agents on the team.
And we are actually sitting in my new home. This is Alba also, she's our dog. This is our condo that Sarah helped us purchase a couple of months ago. And since the market is so crazy right now, we kind of just wanted to sit down and tell you about my story and how Sarah helped my partner and I get this condo in the midst of such a crazy market. So, when we first started out, what was the first thing that you told me I needed to do?
Yes, so not only her, but everybody. The very first step for any home buyer is to talk with the lender. That's going to be the number one thing you need to do, because the lender is going to be able to tell you how much you can afford, really, is the main thing you need to know, because you need, especially in this market with offers going over asking price and everything, you need to be very confident in what you can afford and how much over you can go if needed. You need to know what kind of cash you have on hand, because a lot of offers not only going above asking price, but they're willing to bring extra cash to the table, to either pay for their own home warranty or help some of the sellers' closing costs, all kinds of things right now. So you just really need to be financially ready and know where you stand. So a lender is who's going to be able to help you.
Yes. Yeah, so that was definitely the first thing that we did, and it was surprisingly easy. Like, it sounds scary to send all your information to a lender, but we work with Atlantic Trust Mortgage, and Scott Goldstein honestly got me back my pre-approval letter within 24 hours, and then after that we were ready to start looking at places. So that's not the most difficult part of it. So go talk to the lender first. And then, as soon as we got that, we knew what our price point was, we started looking. And I think you showed us 5 properties total?
I think so, about 5. Yeah, and we made 2 offers that didn't go through until we got this one, of course, for them.
Yeah, so it was, that part of it is stressful, because we found obviously a couple places that we liked enough to put the offers in on, and but just starting off in the process, we didn't make the strongest offers that we could. And so that was kind of one of our problems, right? Because we were asking for closing cost assistance, which is not recommended right now. I forget what the other things we were asking for.
Home warranty.
Home warranty.
Yeah, so traditionally in the past, asking a seller to pay or help pay closing costs and pay for a home warranty, those are standard things that in the past we've been able to ask sellers and they agree to, just because that's how it is. However, in this market, it's not that way. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes buyers are paying sellers closing costs, and then we took away that. We didn't ask for any closing costs. They offered to pay for their own home warranty, so the seller didn't have to worry about that. And then their offer we did go over asking price.
Yes.
So that's what got them the home. So.
Yes, so very exciting, and it was Valentine's Day we found out that we went under contract, so it was a great surprise call from Sarah when we found out, but that also wasn't the end of it. You still have to get from under contract to closing. So we had a couple more hoops to jump through. So what was the next thing that we did?
So after you go under contract, the next step is your inspection. So we scheduled an inspection. And what we usually recommend for anybody, let the inspector get to the home, let them do their job and get through and look through the home. And then we usually show up the last 30 minutes, which is what we did, to kind of get an overview, see what they found, see if there's any major concerns. So we didn't have a whole lot that we asked for. We primarily asked for credit, and then, the AC to be cleaned, the filter to be replaced, small things like that. So we didn't go overboard with the request, because it wasn't in pretty good shape anyway.
Right, and that's another thing, that if you're requesting too much from your sellers, can hurt the deal, right?
Yes, absolutely, yes. Because seller's market means they don't have to do anything they don't want to do right now.
Yeah, so we are very, very good with that. And then the next thing was the appraisal.
Yes. So
that was a road bump for us. Our appraisal came in about 10 grand lower than our purchase price.
Yeah.
So
that was fun. So traditionally, again, in a regular market, the seller would agree to come down to that appraised value, just because that's what was traditionally done. However, they know in this market there's other buyers. They might get a cash buyer that doesn't need an appraisal. So it was a little nerve-wracking for a little while. We did go back and forth with the seller's agent and the seller for a little while. We disputed the appraisal as well, which is a process that you can certainly try. Unfortunately, the dispute didn't work, so the appraiser stuck to his guns, which is fine. That's their job, and he knew what he was doing. But thankfully, the seller did finally agree to come down in the price.
Yes. So we had to wait about a week, I think, where we were not sure if we were going to get it, if we were going to have to renew our apartment lease. And so that is something that you have to be kind of aware of, that, you know, things could go wrong, and hopefully they don't. But in this crazy market, you have to just be prepared for stuff like that to happen and hope that the sellers will work with you. And ours ultimately did, I think, because they didn't want to go through the process of putting their house back on the market because they were moving back upstate. This wasn't their primary residence. So we got very lucky in that aspect of things. And so after that, and then we knew that everything was good, we kind of had to go through the rest of the process, which was basically, you know, getting full loan approval and working with the lender on that, getting them all of our documents and the fun stuff, all the paperwork and all of that. But pretty much after that was all good to go. We closed on St. Patrick's Day, and now we are living in our new home. So I just wanted to let everybody know that, like, it is a crazy market, but it's possible. And even though we had multiple offers not go through, we had some hurdles to jump through in getting our place, but it will work out for you when the time is right, when you find the right home. But Sarah, do you have any other advice for people right now who are looking to buy, especially for first-time buyers?
Yeah, so I mean, again, just, you know, make sure you get that first step out of the way. Talk to a vendor if you don't know one. We've got someone you can certainly recommend. But know where you stand, because if you don't know where you stand and you start making offers and then you get into it and you can't afford that home, then you're in a bad place. So talking to a vendor is most certainly the first step. You really need to get that under your belt. And then I think just stay positive. You know, it's going to be discouraging at times. You know, like she said, we put in 2 offers and they didn't get through, and you get your hopes up and you're excited. But just stay positive and know that this is a journey right now. It's not instant, and just make sure you have an agent who is really committed and this is their full-time job, because that's another thing. Homes are going under contract within 24 to 48 hours of being listed. If you don't have an agent who's readily available for you, you're going to miss out on some of those homes. So, you know, just make sure that you've got a good team working with you and that they're all for you. And it will happen. It really will.
Absolutely. And if you guys are ever looking for help, or you have questions, you want to interview agents or talk to somebody on our team, please reach out. And thank you so much for watching. We hope you have such a great day. Say bye, Alba.